Hi, Ed Akehurst here, and we're going to talk about how you can get better engagement and get more content automatically generated for you using a tool we have called Posting AI. So, what I want to do before we get into our discussion, I'm going to talk about how to get better engagement, how to get content done. Then I'm going to show you some examples of how this tool works, how to use it, and what it's actually done for me on my profile. I'm going to show you some actual examples of the level of engagement that we can get out of this tool. Okay. So, before I do that, though, I want to turn the tool on so it can work in the background while we're chatting, and then you'll be able to actually see it work. It takes a couple of minutes. I've set it for a couple of minutes. You can set whatever time frame you want, but it needs a few minutes to run to start generating some things. So we're going to take a second. I'm going to share a screen here, and let's go over here. And from that screen, we're going to look at a posting AI page. This stuff will make sense in a little bit. We're going to just turn it on. All right. Auto post posting started. Okay. I'm going to hit OK. We'll go back to my, whoops, don't want to see that yet. We'll go back to my profile and then we will come back to me. Okay, here we are. All right, so how to get more content and better engagement using Posting AI. Let's talk about engagement first. And we're going to talk specifically about Facebook because that's the social media platform that Posting AI works on, AI being artificial intelligence. Okay, so the way Facebook does is when you make a post, excuse me, it shows that post on the wall of some of your friends, some of the people that have friended you or follow you. And it may show it to, I don't know, if you have 1,000 friends, it may show it to 20 people. All right. If none of those people engage with it, it's not going to show it to any more people. That's why if you post something up and you say, hey, nothing ever happened to it. But if it shows it to 20 people and 3 of them like something and one makes a comment, it goes, oh, this has got some engagement. Let's show it to another 20 people. And some people react and we'll show it to more. And that's why you see sometimes posts can stay active for days because it's continuing to show to new, fresh people as Facebook sees more engagement on it. So the key to a post is to get that engagement because that's what allows Facebook, that's what allows the algorithm to go, hey, popular post, let's show it to more people. And it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy almost, okay? The more engagement, the more people that see it, the more people that see it, the more engagement. Assuming, of course, the content is what your friends and followers want to see and is, the type of content that they are likely to engage with, okay? So with that being said, it can also help your profile, right? So let's say you put a post out there and it gets great engagement and Facebook shows it to more and more and more people. Well, the next time you go to make a post, it's going to say, hey, this person had a really popular post before. Let's not show it to 20 people this time. Let's show it to 50. So you're already starting off with the potential possibility of having more engagement, which guess what? Will get you more engagement, assuming, of course, that the content is what your followers and friends want to see, right? So with that in mind, okay, that's the goal. The goal is not just more content, it's more content that will get you better engagement. All right, that's the secret to Facebook, and that will get you a profile that the Facebook algorithm will go, hey, when they make a post, let's just show it to people because people engage. So we're going to talk about this tool. I'm going to show you some things that this tool has done for me. Let me get this banner out of the way. We'll stop showing the banner. All right. And let's go to, let's show my Facebook page here, and we're going to go over to my profile. And I want to show you, whoops, that's not the right tab. I want to show you some examples of what this software has done for me. Okay. So, and that just popped one up. We're going to take a look at that in a second. It opens a little tab, and yes, it makes it active. Okay. And that's from when we turned this extension on. All right. So we're going to take a look at that in a moment. But before we do, let's look at what this has done for me. All right. Actually, you know what? Why don't we take a look at these first? Because what could happen is maybe I'll put one online and we can see if it gets anything right now. There's joy in making all of the plans for the perfect life you know you're going to live someday. I don't like that. Okay. So what we just do is hit generate new post. All right. Goals, a target you aim at instead of a target you miss. I don't like that one either. We're going to generate a new post. Now it may take some time now. Now it's going to go back and think for a minute. All right. Success is how high you bounce when you hit bottom. That's a little bit more along the lines of what I like. By the way, let me just show you this software and how it's coming up with these before we get into some of this other stuff. What I've done is I've given an overview rule, right? Motivational social media posts for business owners. All right. That's the overarching rule I have given mine. Now, I know some people will do, maybe they're a realtor, house buying tips for residential first time home buyers. I don't know, whatever they want. You're going to put a different thing in than I am. I know a person whose whole post is about Marcus Aurelius, his whole profile. So he's, Stoic related posts, for entrepreneurs would enjoy or something like that. And I deleted my API. We do work with another open AI. You'll have to have an open AI API key. You can start for free. My posts usually cost 2 cents to put a post out using the API. So it's not really an issue. And you'll get 90 days free with $18, which will run you, many, 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 many posts. So you'll probably run the whole 90 days. So I'm going to delete this tab. So what I did is I gave it that overarching rule, and then I fed it. You type in here, I fed it some examples, and then I let it run. And then once you turn it on, it'll start coming up with things. And I can set this if I want to auto post, where they'll just go automatically straight to my wall. And I know some people using the software that do that. And some are hit and some are miss, but overall it's been working for them. I don't like to do that. I like to look at each one. And if I get a good one that I might want to save for later, but I don't want to post now, I'll just copy it and save it off into a content folder for later. Or I'll post it to myself and then I'll save it in Genius Scheduler, and I can schedule it for later to hit. So back to this one here. Success is how high you bounce when you hit bottom. All right. That's kind of good. I would probably edit this and change it. So I think what I'm going to do is I am going to copy that over to my text file. Okay. And that's done. And I did that just because I want to play with this. I can make this a little better. So we're going to generate a new post. And again, it may need to think for a minute. I have this set to come up with a post every 2 minutes. The first one takes the full 2 minutes. I don't like long ones anyway, so I'm not even going to think about that one. I like nice short posts. I'll show you an example of one. They're short enough that the text is big. Whoops, let's go back to there. They're short enough, that the text is big. Okay. And when you get over a certain number of characters, your text shrinks. And so I like big ones. Some of the people using this, we don't have images right now. You will eventually. We're working on adding images and background colors and avatars and things like that. We're also going to work on multiple missions, like that. I'm only doing the one mission motivational post for business owners. We're going to work where you can do 5 or 6 or 7 missions at a time. And you could rotate them and say, hey, put this one out once an hour and then go to this type of post once an hour and then this one, and you'll just rotate your posts. But I like them short enough that they're big, and I'm just doing my one main overarching mission right now. So when you want something, you must show some hustle. It will pay off. BuzzFeed. And then this is they found something out on BuzzFeed. Here we go. Look at this. This is great. The more you win, the more you want to win. The more you learn, the more you want to learn. The more you hustle, the more the results will hustle. I'm going to edit this one. It's a little too long. So I'll show you how we can do this. I like this part right here. The more you hustle, the more the results will hustle. Let's delete the first part of this. The more you hustle, the more the results will hustle for you. Let's make that even more clear. The more the results of that hustling, the more you hustle, the more the results of that hustling will hustle for you. I don't know how that's going to do. Okay. That's kind of that's a little, I don't know. We'll see. So update and post. All right. That's going to show up on my wall in a moment, but I'm going to actually turn this off. I'm not going to generate any more posts right now. Actually, we can just close that out. So let's go take a look at some things. Here's one that it did for me. Look at the results this got. By the way, let's talk about these. Facebook likes reactions. They like comments a little better. And the ultimate engagement is a share. They give that the most weight. All right. So this post here that just went up a couple of days ago has gotten me 112 reactions, 52 comments. And of course, I'm commenting too, so figure about half of that. But 100, and they don't care about that. It all plays, right? 112 comments, 52, I'm sorry, reactions, 52 comments, and 6 shares, which is fantastic. And that's a good one. You're the captain. Don't blame the ocean for your inability to sail. All right, that's one that Post in AI came up for me. Here's another one that it did. The best way to predict the future is to create it. All right. This one got me 127 reactions, 49 comments, 2 shares. All right. Now, keep in mind, before I was getting these, my typical post would get me anywhere from 20 to 50 reactions and a half a dozen or 10 comments. There were exceptions. I had a couple of them that would bump really big, but for the most part, that was pretty much what I did. And what I've noticed is since I've been using this, my overall content, my overall engagement has increased. And we'll take a look at that shortly. All right, here's one I did earlier. You can lay a firm foundation for success with the bricks other people throw at you. They love this, right? 141 reactions, 64 comments, 5 shares. Again, created by the software. All right. Here's another one. This was an older one. I did this back in July, right? It's not what happens to you that's important, but how you react to it. 22 reactions, 8 comments. Not as much, but this was early on. All right. Although even earlier, and I did take a little time off. We did it, and then we fixed the software. We didn't like what it was doing. We redid it. So I did have a couple of weeks in there I didn't use it. But even this one, July 11th, 69 comments, 69 reactions, 34 comments, 3 shares. All right. This is an older one. Well, no, this was July 20th too, after I came back with it. 66 and 36. Right. So these are getting great reaction. All right. And then here's a post, right? So this is I just did a review, and I normally do when I get a 5-star review, I throw it out there. And this was August 9th. Okay. So I'd already had some of these good engagement posts were starting to pop up there. In particular, this one, and then, that one. This one came after, that one was a really good one. So all these came before this post I did here, where I just posted a 5-star review of one of my products. Okay. Genius Messenger CRM, got a 5-star review of it, and I put it up there and I posted it. Well, normally when I do these, I'll get 10 to 20, likes or comments. This one got 73 reactions and 28 comments. And the only thing that really changed, because I've done other reviews up there, the only thing that's changed is I was getting more engagement from these other posts that Posting AI had generated for me. And then my wife took a trip. We went to see a concert, and look, I got 173 173 reactions, 71 comments, and even somebody shared it. We're just going to a concert, right? But this was August 5th. So this was after we started getting this great engagement. And it took a little while, right? So I had a fair amount of these 20 ones come up. I'm only showing you a few of these. I had some of these. It didn't happen overnight. I'm not saying start using this tool and you'll get engagement next week. No, you'll need to use it for a few weeks. You'll need to tweak it. You'll need to, reply to people in your thread and use it on a regular basis. But watch it grow, right? And then you start doing normal posts that you would normally, a music concert, I would normally get 30, 40 reactions. I got 173, right? So that's fantastic. Here's another one. This was our trip, August 8th, 61 and 20 comments. And this was a photo gallery. On those, I usually got 10 or 15 comments, maybe 20, right? I'm getting triple that, right? Just on a normal post. Here was when we were leaving. And some of this might be the image I have there, but this is way higher than what I would normally have gotten. 133, 77, and 1. And that was on August 3rd. Right. So all of this extra engagement is coming in after Posting AI is doing this wonderful work for me. All right. Let's refresh my page here and let's see if that post. Okay, look, I just put this up 5 minutes ago and people are already reacting to it. We've already got 3 reactions and it's only been 5 minutes. Okay. I don't know. Is this going to do as well as this one? I have no idea. We'll find out. But it's only been 5 minutes and already people are reacting. Well, guess what? Facebook's going to go, hey, people are reacting to this. They're going to show it to more people. So that's kind of it. That's how, let me come back on camera for you here. That's what this software is doing. It's coming up with great content for you that you can either have it auto post out there on a regular schedule. You can do it every 5 minutes, every 5 hours, every 5 days. All right. You can just tell it how often to put it out there. Or you do what I do and set it so that it has to be approved. And then you go take a look at it. If it looks good, you post it. If it looks kind of good, you edit it and post it. If it looks good, but you don't need to do another one now, post it to yourself with yourself only, and then use a scheduling tool, all right, to schedule to your personal profile, like Genius Scheduler or something like that. And and it'll go out later. You'll have it in a content library that you can just post it later. Or do what I do, when some of these, and just put it over in a text file. And then you can go through your text file when you're looking for something, and you can tweak some of those up. You can turn them into longer posts. You can make them content for a blog, make it the topic or a theme for a blog post or for a YouTube video, because some of these posts are great. I could take any of these posts that got engagement. I'm not going to go back to this screen sharing, but the one with the captain, about taking personal responsibility and not putting the blame on anyone else. I could do a YouTube live training or a Facebook live training on that. I could talk on that for half an hour. That's a great topic. Would I have thought of that on my own? Maybe. But this is giving me great content ideas. It's getting great engagement, great reactions. And so I'd love to have you on board. All right. If you're watching this video, click the link below for the buy button, or if you're watching it somewhere else, there'll be a link to where you can go to buy it. And come on board and check it out. Hit us up. We'll help you, get some best practices. This can be used for all kinds of things, not just motivational posts. It can be used. I know people are using it just to put puns on their page, or jokes, or home buying tips, like I said, or, how to beat inflation, tips on, life hacks on beating inflation, right? Shopping tips, what you can do with this is the limits are the limits of your imagination. All right. And it'll give you these nice, great posts, and you can train it and teach it. And we have tools that show you how to do that and how to get all that in there. I don't need to do that on this video. I just wanted to show you the results that this tool can generate for you. This piece of software, it's all it is, just a little piece of software, but it can generate great results for you, get you better engagement, get you more exposure on social media, get your, whatever it is you want out there for people to see. You can use this to get better engagement and more exposure. So that's it. If you have any questions, hit us up. Come on board after you get the software. We don't have any, upsells or one-time offers or anything like that, but we do have a partner reseller program. If you like this and you say, hey, I know 6 people that would want this too, we have a reseller program where you can buy some licenses and go sell it to them. So I have some information on that on the next page after you've purchased the product for yourself. But if you don't want that, it's, there are no upsells to the product itself. Just come on board and use it and give it some time. Like I said, this is not an overnight thing. But give it a few weeks or a month and train it and get it and use it and watch the results. Fantastic. Take care. Let me know if you need any help or need anything.